Have you ever wondered why albino animals have red eyes? The first thing that likely springs to mind when we discuss albinism is the distinctive pale or white coloration of the skin, feathers or fur. But there's another fascinating aspect of this condition that's just as intriguing: the striking red eyes that many albino animals possess. This feature, while visually arresting, is often misunderstood. It's a common misconception that the redness is due to the presence of red pigment. However, the truth is quite the opposite. The redness that you see is not the result of colour, but rather the lack thereof. Let's delve a little deeper into this. Typically, the irises of our eyes and the tissues surrounding our retinas are coloured. This coloration prevents us from seeing the blood vessels that lie behind these structures. In albino animals, however, these tissues are either entirely transparent or possess so little coloration that the blood vessels behind them show through, creating a red appearance. This phenomenon is a natural consequence of albinism, a rare genetic mutation that inhibits the body's ability to produce melanin. Melanin, as some of you may know, is the pigment that lends colour to our hair, feathers, fur, scales, skin and eyes. When melanocyte cells, responsible for synthesizing and distributing melanin, fail to do their job, the result is albinism. This condition causes the affected individual to appear noticeably paler than others of the same species. So the next time you come across an albino animal with red eyes, remember that what you're seeing is not a manifestation of red pigment. Rather, it's an optical illusion of sorts created by the absence of colour that allows the blood vessels behind the eyes to become visible. And there you have it. The mystery of the red eyes in albino animals is not so mysterious after all. So the red eyes are not from pigment, but rather a natural consequence of albinism. Albinism is a rare genetic mutation that affects the production of melanin. This pigment is responsible for colouring an organism's hair, feathers, fur, scales, skin, and even eyes. When melanin is absent or insufficient, the result is a very pale or white appearance characteristic of albinism. Now, you might be wondering, what exactly is the role of melanin? Melanin is produced by specialized cells known as melanocytes. These cells are found in the basal layer of the skin's epidermis, the middle layer of the eye, the inner ear, bones, and the heart. Melanin absorbs harmful ultraviolet radiation, converting it into heat, thus protecting these organs from damage. It also plays a role in the development of optic nerves, hence its importance in eye color. In the case of albinism, a genetic mutation disrupts the normal function of melanocytes. Specifically, the mutation affects a protein involved in the production of melanin, rendering melanocytes unable to synthesize or distribute this pigment effectively. This leads to a lack of pigmentation in the skin, hair and eyes. However, the absence of melanin has a more profound effect on the eyes. The tissues around the retina and the iris, which are usually pigmented, become transparent or so lightly colored that the blood vessels behind them show through. This transparency gives the eyes their distinctive red appearance, not because there's red pigment, but because you are looking at the blood vessels. In addition to the red eye effect, albinism can also cause other eye-related issues such as strabismus, where the eyes do not align correctly, nystagmus, an involuntary movement of the eyes, and photophobia, a sensitivity to light. These issues are due to the role melanin plays in the development of certain optic nerves. So the next time you see an albino animal with red eyes, you'll know it's not just a fascinating color choice by nature. It's a clear indicator of the lack of melanin, a pigment crucial for protection and development. The lack of melanin, therefore, is the reason for the pale appearance and the red eyes in albino animals. Interestingly, albinism in humans exhibits a slightly different pattern. While in the animal kingdom albinism is often associated with striking red eyes, human albinism presents a more varied palette of eye colors. These can range from the typical blue to shades of light grey, violet or even brown. Now you may wonder, why do some people with albinism have eyes that appear red or pink? The answer lies in the way light interacts with our eyes. Due to the lack of pigmentation, light can reflect off the back of the eyes, making the blood vessels more visible. This reflection can give the eyes a reddish or pinkish hue, especially in direct light. It's fascinating, isn't it? The same genetic condition can produce such diverse visual effects in different species. So, albinism manifests itself differently in humans compared to animals. Albinism is more than just an unusual appearance, it also impacts eye function. This remarkable condition, characterized by a lack of melanin, doesn't just affect the color of an animal's skin, fur, feathers, or eyes. It also significantly impacts their vision. Melanin isn't just a pigmentation agent, it's also crucial for absorbing near-infrared visible light and UV radiation. With albinism inhibiting the eye's production of this pigment, most albino animals and humans suffer from vision impairments or, in severe cases, blindness. The challenges of albinism extend beyond visual impairment. Albino animals face unique struggles in the wild, primarily due to their inability to blend into their environment. Their stark difference in coloration compared to other members of their species makes them a visible target for predators. This lack of camouflage doesn't just make them vulnerable, it makes them stand out, making survival a constant battle. Predatory albino animals, too, have their share of struggles. Their conspicuous appearance makes it difficult for them to sneak up on their prey, often leaving them hungry. Every meal becomes a challenge, a testament to the survival instincts of these remarkable creatures. Not only do they struggle with survival and sustenance, but albino animals also grapple with health issues. Their lack of melanin makes them highly susceptible to the damaging effects of the sun's rays. This vulnerability often leads to skin cancer, adding another layer of complexity to their already challenging existence. Despite these adversities, albino animals continue to captivate us with their unique beauty and resilience. They stand out in the wild, not just for their unusual appearance, but for their strength and survival instincts. Their struggles are a reminder of the diverse challenges faced by animals in the wild and the extraordinary adaptations they make to survive. Though they may be breathtaking, the lives of albino animals are fraught with difficulties due to their unique condition. They are beautiful, they are unique, and they are a testament to nature's incredible diversity and adaptability. But above all, they are survivors, navigating life's challenges with a resilience that leaves us in awe. So, why do albino animals have red eyes? Let's quickly recap the journey we've taken today to answer this question. We've explored the mystery of albino animals and their distinctive red eyes, a result not of red pigment but of transparency that reveals the blood vessels behind their irises. This is due to albinism, a rare genetic mutation that inhibits the production of melanin, the pigment responsible for coloring an organism's hair, skin, eyes and more. We've also delved into the human side of albinism, where a range of eye colors are possible, though light reflection can give a red or pink hue. Lastly, we discussed the impact of albinism, not just on appearance, but on functionality too. The absence of melanin can lead to vision impairments or blindness, and it presents unique survival challenges in the wild. The world of albino animals is intriguing, filled with unique challenges and an unusual beauty